The prophecy speaks of a great war that will end history, but some believe that this disaster can be avoided. The nations of the world have formed leagues committed to stopping the prophesied war to end history. Trust and fear keep the leagues united as they seek a new way forward. Welcome to this Grandest Virtual Party of 2021. I am your initial host, Björn, the community manager for EU4. With me for this first segment, I have Midgeman. Hello, Midgeman.
Hey Bjorn, how you doing? So let's get into the nitty-gritty of the scenario, because I understand that there's also a slight mod on this save to make this scenario more viable.
Yes, so the event is mainly focused around the role-playing. The Monarchist League believe that the world is already divided, and they were not invited to have a peace. Nations in this league are pretenders who want to overcome great powers and change the borders dramatically. Each will start with one natural enemy to overcome. Members of this league won't be able to join the HRE. This league will give you the experience closest to the classical EU4 gameplay. Then we have the Traders League. Members of this league believe the world should never be truly united, politically at least. We all should stay different. To assure this, they use money and control the money flow. They want to see the world divided into many small, one-province miners, cooperating only when it brings profit. Each member of the league will create their own trade league, but their ultimate goal will be to divide all the markets between themselves. And last but not least, we do have a theocratic league. Those religious nations believe the only way to make peace is to create heaven on earth. They will use religion and politics to create a world governed by religion. Their starting focus will be to gain control over the HRE, and gameplay will include some unique mechanics regarding electrostatus, control of the papal state, and quick and often changes of religion.
There are, as Bjorn was saying, there's some very unique things with the mods. For example, some of the nations are not the same starting nation they would be. For example, Majorca exists and is a pirate republic, we found out. So there's some very unique elements to this scenario, and I think it's going to be probably one of the most interesting games of EU4 that's ever been produced. So I'm looking very much forward to it. And there we go. We have unpaused. I am very interested to see the Knights be played, who already own Cyprus in this scenario. So they're not an OPM at game start like they normally are. They have two provinces. I do love a game as the Knights. You can do some seriously crazy stuff with the Knights and their ability to raid. I'm also looking forward to see Team 18, the Majorcans, the Pirate Confederacy, of Majorca here, led by Daniel de la Vega. And then finally, I think my third top pick here is Wallachia. How can you not want Vlad Draculeste to, rule supreme? Can we not see? Maybe we will see a Count Dracula rise to power. That would be really interesting for me. There'd be my picks. And then obviously another one to watch is going to be the three leagues. Team 21, our Tinto team, who I'm trying to remember where the three leagues are. There are so many little nations now in the HRE. Where are the three leagues? Hold on. Player map mode will help me here. Map mode will
I also want to point out that we already have blue flames.
Oh, we do have blue flames already. Livonian Order and Novgorod here. Are they at war against each other? They are. The Defender against Livonian Conquest. So these are probably our two largest nations in terms of area-wise. But Livonia has declared, Team 12 has declared war on Team 17. And the Livonian Order is at war. I wonder if this was prearranged or if this is first conflict that we're seeing. We have seen a lot of other conflict spark up across the world so far as well. We have many teams here at war, but this is the only player conflict. But yeah, Livonia are actually in two wars right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh no, Novgorod. Sorry, that's Novgorod. Are in two wars there. They're fighting below zero and yeah.
Yeah, because what you normally see in a multiplayer game, right, is that people immediately try to gobble up some OPMs around them to get some initial power base. So maybe what happened here was that Novgorod tried to do just that, and Livonian Order was just like, hey, let's take this opportunity to start war again. So what we do have, obviously, Livonian Order is, so I'm telling you right, obviously they're a theocratic league, and Novgorod is a traders league. So of the three leagues, the theocratic has already declared war on the trading league, trying to impose their religious views on the world. So how are we doing it? All right, I forget. I'm so bad.
So
I forget I have one.
Yeah, you have your own computer. You can check things. But Novgorod is currently trying to quickly siege down below zero and then reunite its forces to attack the Livonians. I don't want to give too much away about these fights. I don't know if there is a delay in the stream, so I don't know if people can see or whatnot. But the forces are matching up along basically the Novgorod capital, and we could soon see a battle here.
Can we check just the power balance?
Get the capital here.
We check the balance, the power balance here. So what do we have? We have Novgorod sitting on 14k infantry, and Livonian has just short of 9,000. But Livonian Order obviously has a cavalry. They have a cavalry bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's fairly even in numbers. I am not good enough at this game to tell who has the advantage here.
Well, another thing to be noted here is that the Livonian Order has the bigger navy and is currently getting spoils of war from blockading Neva, the Novgorodian port. What is essentially where the Winter Palace is, St. Petersburg. And they are just making money off of this. So they are currently losing money while at this war, but it is putting further economic pressure on Novgorod here. Other nations around the world seem to be at war, trying to get some spoils nice and early. Brittany, your earmarked favorite here, is actually helping France in the, or they might have declared their own war. They have oh no, they're in part of the French. No, it's the Breton conquest of Maine. They fired a conquest of Maine before France could. So this is a Breton war against England. That's a really interesting move. I like that. Livonian Order is pumping out more troops as well to try and match the forces of Novgorod. Novgorod, if they want to make a move, they've got to try and do it before their capital falls. Otherwise, they could be in serious trouble here. It is not unheard of as well for players to get knocked out right off the bat of these kind of games. So, do you know what the protocol is if a player's team gets removed? I take it they return in some sort of fashion. But, is there something laid out?
I'm actually not sure what we decided on this year. If they get assigned a country or if they get to pick. I think, but don't hold me to that. But I do believe that they get a small selection of picks to choose their own new nation. And I just want to say about the blockade here. So there's not really any chance. The Novgorodian fleet is just 3 light ships and 2 galleys in ports, and they are blockaded by 8 light ships and 6 galleys. So, yeah, looking grim for that blockade there.
The Livonians have gone over force limit though to fight this war, and Novgorod has bought some mercenaries. We got people going in. We're gonna watch this combat here.
Ooh.
But Livonian Order is taking a big economic hit because they're so far over force limit. Novgorod, I don't think, is over force limit. If they are, no, they are just. Ignore me. But this fight will decide it, and they have gone in before the capital falls. So Livonian Order is going to get the negative. Also, Novgorod has the 2-star general here. This is bad rolls for the Livonian Order. Their gambit may not have paid off, and that is a stack wipe.
Ooh, yep.
Livonian Order going to be looking for terms now as Novgorod are going to go on the warpath.
Yep.
Oh boy. Intense action, and we're only 2 years into the game.
Yep.
Oh
No,
boy.
Livonian Order might have shoot off a little bit more than they could. Shoot off more than they can eat.
bitten off more they could chew.
Bit more than they
That's
could chew.
what
That's
you're
what
looking
you say.
And the Teutons have just declared war on the Livonian Order. Seeing this, they have taken their chance, and the Teutonic Order is going, I'm not letting Novgorod get all the land. And here they go. They bring with them in this war Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Holstein against the Livonian Order. The Livonian Order's army is being rebuilt rapidly here, but it's not looking good for them right now.
I do believe that we might. How long have we been going? It's 10 minutes or something.
How long have we been? Yeah, the game started probably about 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
If that. This is mercenaries being pulled in, a lot of debt being taken. Well, it's not too many loans right now, but early game, those do stack up very quickly. And Novgorod not looking to advance right now. They are actually the navies of the Teutonic Alliance are attacking the Livonian ships right now. Yet, Novgorod is going to sail out. This is what I thought we'd see.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit.
Could be...
Like they're both like Teutonic and Livonian are both theocratically, right?
Well, maybe this is tactical then. Maybe this is the theocratic league going, okay, let's not give all of your land to the merchant league right away. Let's not have you completely broken apart. Let's try and save this a little bit. Maybe it's a tactical thing on that advantage. But yes, we've got. I forgot the extra mechanic already of the three. We've got the three overarching coalitions, shall we say, outside of the standard teams. Also, I've just realised there's some differences to the map over here. Novgorod is actually cut down to size compared to it normally is. Samny and Pskov is out. These and some nations, some land has been given to, I think, to Tver. But I think Novgorod's normally larger than that. Surely, I know it has up here normally, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, like Ben is saying in the chat there, the mod obviously changed the starting positions a little bit to make it more interesting to begin with. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was actually like, I guess that the leagues, they're not forced to cooperate. Like they do have the same goals, so they have incentive to cooperate. But I don't think it's forced. Yeah, like you said, I think that Teutonic Honor might just be like, Jesus Christ, we don't want to have a giant Novgorod on our borders. So they probably went in and it's like, okay, Livonia is screwed anyway. But what do you think would have happened if Teutonic would have joined on Livonia, gone in on Livonia's side? They could maybe...
Well, yeah, they definitely could have destroyed Novgorod, because Novgorod is fighting this war alone, and they used mercenaries just at the perfect time there to tip the battle in their favor. And it was probably a last chance thing. If the thing that won it for Novgorod there is the 2-star general and the 2 extra men plus the -1 for the fort, because it's a forest fort of their own. But had that fort fallen, I think it would have been a lot more of an even fight. The Livonian Order now are forced to scramble a little bit here. But with the Teutonics, if the Teutons were on the side of the Livonian Order, it would have been outmatched, because depending on who declared that war. But they would have outmatched Novgorod easily. But
are they attacking?
There is conflict here. Okay. They're trying to save their only fort here before it falls. They obviously can't see the Novgorodian forces in backup hiding in Lithuania here. They're going in undermanned. They're hoping the 2-star general will hold them out with the negative. Basically the same thing that happened to them. But they do not see these reinforcements. And it's a valiant effort, but... they might win this battle before the Novgorodians get in. This could change things, which they do. But there is a second Novgorodian army coming through Pskov. It's not looking great for them, but at least they might rescue a little bit of war score, and they've reset the timer. So I believe on the fort.
Yeah.
They reset the timer, which has bought them some valuable time. They are in -2 stability though, and they are out of manpower and pretty much out of time. It's a valiant effort, but I think we're going to see concession terms here very shortly. Diplomats will be working in the virtual Grandest LAN Discord probably to try and work something out here.
Yeah.
But just a reminder to everybody in chat, if you want to follow along, you can join the Paradox Discord, where there are some channels that are set up to
Sweden
mirror
came in
the
too.
secret. Yeah, Sweden was 2 tons were allied with Denmark, and obviously the PU brought in Norway and Sweden as well. So it's a massive dog pile. There was a huge dog pile. But we have some events happening right now as well. The in-game, which we've been passed from the Turbo LARP people, which is part of the in-game scenario, the first events that are firing for the 3 different factions. So we've got one for the Theocratic League from the Mercantile League, and for the Noble League. I cannot remember if that's their true names. But do you want to read those out, or shall I?
I don't see them.
They're in the communications
right.
bit of our secret streaming room.
I have so many screens here. Simple. I don't know.
Okay, no problem. So we have for the Pope or the Empire, my Landmeister. Since the Theocratic League has been formed, it has become more and more apparent that not all of the Pope's plans are in line with what we are trying to achieve here. Heaven on earth. The voting about whether we should include all members in the HRE will happen soon. Take time to give consult to each and pray. The decision must be unanimous. So the Theocratic League are currently trying to decide on their path if they're going to try and form up as a truly Holy Roman Empire, or if they're going to be able to split their focus to try and achieve their goal of heaven on earth. So this is going to be enabling voting for the Theocratic League, which is a very, very interesting little thing. We also have the one here from the Mercantile League. Let me just get this open. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. The Lion of Venice has fallen asleep. What was once strong is now weak. This is our chance. Members of the Trade League, we are, once again, asking for your support. Our spies have come up with 2 very effective plans to change the world. Each member of the Trade League will be able to buy votes either to partition Denmark or Venice. As many as they can afford. Oh, so they're using money for their votes. Interesting. Our friends and foes from the Monastic League and the Theocratic League also can buy votes if we can convince them. Interesting. Although only 1 each. 1 vote costs 100 ducats. So they can spend ducats to try and favor the scales in their current voting. And they can also convince other player nations to invest. So this is very interesting. So there is a whole load of money being thrown around on whether to partition Danish or Venetian elites. And it's going to hope, and we will see a partition of one of those nations coming right up. Interesting way of doing it. I mean, money is the language of this world to them, apparently. And finally, we have the Grand Coalition. Members of the Monastic League, as each of you is struggling with your enemy, we must prepare ourselves for the greater fight. In the west, Castile becomes more and more powerful. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth gains influence in the east. From the south, there is the Ottoman danger looming. Who should we confront? Take your time to think. As we vote for the common enemy, we will also elevate one of our own. The League's leader, closest to the enemy, will gain the support of Dominic von
That was perfect. That was perfect.
One of our best generals. Together they will lead us into battle. May the upcoming feast help consolidate our relations, making the final decision power in unity. So the Monarchist League are trying to decide which of the major, should we say, European powers to essentially destroy. And whoever the nation is that's closest to them will gain themselves probably an epic general. Now, the epic general is an interesting bet because, you know, generals in EU4, they might last a week or they might last 70 years. And I don't think this war will last 70 years. So it is a fantastic little boon. So a lot of people are going to be vying for that. It's a really interesting scenario. So basically the 3 coalitions, shall we say, are all currently voting for their next path, which will also decide the leaders and sub-leaders of the coalition, because it will naturally elevate people into more of a power, into a more powerful base. In the meantime, let's just quickly look at what's been going on in the map. It seems that Livonian Order are still holding on for now.
I was just gonna say okay, here comes unconditional surrender.
There we go. It was almost like it was scripted for me to wait. It really wasn't. That was just like it's how it turned out. But
yeah, I was thinking that like they could not save the Litgalian fort any longer. It was at 32k stack sitting on top of it.
Yeah,
and was 42%. It was doomed. So yeah, I guess it finally came to an end. So who did they surrender to though? Was it Novgorod? They surrendered to Novgorod.
Well, they both wars are 100% for Novgorod. So yeah, I think they've surrendered to Novgorod, and they're not surrendering to the Teutons just yet.
No, the Teutons is just minus 13 so far. Yeah, so I guess I think they might have gotten upset maybe with the Teutonic Order.
Albania's been doing some work.
Ooh, look at that.
What I say? That's a nice Albania, and they're currently at war with the Byzantines here. This is Albania and Wallachia working together here, 2-player teams.
Yeah, Albania, Bosnia, Wallachia against Herzegovina, Athens, and Byzantium. And yeah, take core Herzegovina is the goal. So which they seem to be taking, but you can see here that Athens is trying to break the siege with their inferior numbers. Not gonna go well, I guess. So they're on 70%. I assume they will be done with that soon. I need to bring up the player map mode here. So
there is a pause going on, probably to deal with this piece, which is another good time that we can quickly just take a look around at the map, see if anything's changed too much. I want to check the economy of both the Knights and the Pirate Republic over here of Majorca. Pirate Republic of Majorca is actually making money and got a hefty sum of cash. They are part of the the Mercantile League, are they not? So they will be trying to buy votes.
Who now?
Majorca.
Yes, they're down here.
Okay, so
they are. Let me just double check to make sure we don't. Yeah, they are a trade league.
And there we have Novgorodian Kuvonia here. Surprised Novgorod isn't releasing Estonia in one of these provinces. I suppose they wouldn't be able to do it well, they could give away Livonia here. Because their goal is to make OPMs, correct? So
yes, they want OPM.
So releasing some of these wouldn't go too badly, I don't think, into doing that. However, they might just want to get themselves a power base before they start doing that. But yes.
Yeah, I think that I also think that Ragusa might be having should be a bit nervous, I guess, about that giant Albania on their borders now.
Yes, because Ragusa is in the Mercantile League, and then Albania is in the Monarchist.
Yeah, and Albania has also vassalized Bosnia.
Oh, that's a vassal.
Yes.
Whoa, what is the AE currently racking up for Albania?
Let me see what they do have.
It's not as bad as you'd think, but if they take any more provinces, they are going to be in a world of hurt, I think.
No, it says I see 0.
Oh, really? I'm seeing. Oh, the aggressive expansion is actually with their ally. There's the one that's dangerously high. It's a little bit high with Croatia, but and Naples could be on the cusp. But for those who don't know, you want to keep aggressive expansion under 50, otherwise coalitions start to form. And there are about 40 with Wallachia, their ally, and then about 30 with the others around them. So honestly, actually not too bad. They've gained a lot, and let's just hope they don't fall to internal struggles. Teutonic Order now trying to re-siege Livonia. And yeah, the Livonian Order seen better days. It's going to be a little bit of a rough one trying to get back from this.
Yeah, I imagine they will get a new country at the first break here. So what happens is you can't obviously switch during gameplay. So we're gonna have regular interval pauses where we can sort out that stuff. So I guess that's gonna happen in a little while. I'm checking in on the 3 leagues here just to see how Tinto's doing. They're chilling.
Oh yes,
They're
Tinto.
chilling a little. They're allied with Genoa and Mantua. So there we have a trade league alliance, actually a player alliance, right? Because Genoa is player. So yeah, they're taking a bit slow there. Not so much happening. I don't think they expanded. What else do we have? Genoa.
So, are the Tinto team playing from their sunny studio in Spain? Are they actually in the studio, or are they playing from home?
They actually, that's actually good. Now I'm pretty sure they are in the studio actually, in their office.
That's really cool.
I think so. Yes, they are. We get confirmation, and we're gonna have a little chat with them in a little while. We're gonna have an interview with them, and our goal is to have interviews with as many players as we can during the course of the game, and have them give their view on what's going on here. And I'm also checking in onto the Britain invasion of Maine here. It seems to be going well. They have a 68% war score. England is standing alone on their side, and they are also being owned by Lollard heretics. As well as some pretender rebels. And their army looking...
Oh, the War of the Roses fired at the same time.
Yes.
This is a very big boon here for the Britons here. The Britons, should I say. Brittany is going to probably walk away with a fair chunk of land. They've obviously brought in the massive whacking stick that is France to help them here. And taking too much core French clay will anger that alliance, but this could set them in an excellent standing for the rest of the game. They've actually fired off a second war here against Provence, again to try and snap up as much of that land pretty much before France can.
Yeah, and I love the fact that we have the Pirate Republic of Desmond again.
Hang on a moment. So the merchants have voted the fall of Venice. The Lion of Venice sleeps tonight. The bribing of the Trade League has been effective. Their agents in Denmark have taken action. We will soon witness their fall. Money is mightier than sword. So I think Venice is going to be partitioned. We're also seeing war preparations. My Duke of the League has decided the Grand Coalition shall be the Ottomans. So Wallachia has been designated to lead the coalition. They have 2 years to prepare for the war, and Wallachia will be getting the God tier general to invade the Ottomans. Ooh. Interesting choice. I don't know how Navarra will be feeling about that. I'm sure that they probably wanted to dismantle. We have a communique coming in. His Holiness, the Pontifex Maximus, the Bishop of Rome, the Pope himself, is going to be coming in to join us. Yeah, we are back with the Pope, His Holiness himself, who has a message to us about the dispute between some brothers of the faith. Take it away.
I have been informed of the disagreements internally in the Order of Brothers of the German House of Saint Mary in Jerusalem. It weighs heavily upon my heart. I have spoken with envoys from both powers, from both orders. I have been informed that this is not a theological disagreement. The House of Christendom does not stand divided. It's merely an administrative disagreement that has taken root in the East. As you well know, the Livonian Order is an autonomous aspect of the Teutonic Order. Once the Livonian Brothers of the Sword, they have become a part of the Teutonic Order. This is nothing big, nothing that should be taken out of context.
Yeah.
My holiness, that was perfectly timed, because if you just said, as you said, they were an autonomous order of the Teutonic Order, they got absorbed by the Teutons. It's on my screen. Unfortunately, the stream didn't see that, but that was almost a miracle. Honestly, that was.
Yes, God does work in mysterious ways, and autonomous no more. Indeed, the German order, the Order of Brothers of the German House of Saint Mary in Jerusalem, has once again been made whole, and surely we shall rejoice at these news.
Obviously, yes. So Livonian Order has ceased to exist. Oh, wait, now that something happened here.
We have some other blue flames that we will get to in a moment.
Yeah, I'm just I just showed. So Livonian Order was absorbed by the Teutonic Order, but now we have Livonia. Now they released Livonia.
Yes, the bishopric of Livonia. But Pope, thank you for gracing us with your holy presence, and for blessing this stream with your divine guidance.
Yes,
God
thank you.
with you. God with you. Amen.
And we're back on the map.
Okay. Are we back on the map? Prioris.
Yes, we can see your map. And oop. Now something crashed here. So while we wait for Midge to make his glorious return, I'm gonna do a quick check here. So what do we have? We have a blue flame. War of Ryazanian aggression. So Ryazan has declared war on Novgorod.
I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. What do you make out of it, Midge?
So what is the CB? This is a Ryazanian war of aggression. So this is a no CB war. No CB is best CB. Yeah. Ryazan is allied to Muscovy, so this could be to try and jumpstart Muscovite power a little bit, or just to take out Novgorod. What part of the coalition is Ryazan in? Are they monarchist? They're a principality, so I'd guess so.
Ryazan, they should be monarchist. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Well, no, it could be advocation for monarchists to take out, the mercantile faction, seeing them as a threat in the world, or it could be simply for money. Ryazan is not a very economically friendly place to be, right? in this start date, and Novgorod, normally would have a lot of money. They've also just invested hugely into a war, and it could be a case of, kick him while he's down, try and make some money out of it.
Yeah, Novgorod is currently bleeding money, like hemorrhaging money. They're going minus 20 a month there. So they are, and they're heavily outnumbered. So I'm not sure. Like as you said, we can only assume that Ryazan, because they can't do much other than just like this. Got to be just to weaken Novgorod and like get Muscovy. Let Muscovy eat them up. So Ryazan is trusting the AI friendship of Muscovy for a longer term, I guess? Or are they just, what do you think? Are they just trying to build up Muscovy and then backstab Muscovy? What's the plan here, you think?
I mean, the thing is, with Ryazan, you start with the same dynasty as Muscovy. So there is a good chance that you could try and, inherit the throne of Muscovy, which would be a big power gain. Or it could be simply to remove extra player power from their theater of war for them to expand more freely at their own pace. So they could be trying to get Novgorod out, so in order for them to be freer to grow as a small nation surrounded by giants.
Quickly, Novgorod managed to get a very favorable battle here against a much bigger army, and they won.
There we go. That's the bonuses of having a 2-star general and the fort under your control on a river, giving the negatives there. AI Muscovy lost the battle. The Ryazanian army is now in and losing itself. Novgorod are giving up without a fight. They are still in this for now. And also the Livonian Order, who were the first team to be wiped off the map, are being given a chance now to pick their new nation, which will happen probably in the changeover. Now, the thing is with this, if Novgorod can survive, they can come back from this. They're far from out of the fight, for sure. And that battle going very favorably for them puts this war of aggression suitably back in their favor a little bit.
Yeah, and also Novgorod is actually involved in another war in the conquest of Tver. But yeah, I was sure that Novgorod was gonna get steamrolled there, but now, well, the armies are still way bigger for the attackers. So I guess they just building back up for another wave. But yeah, Novgorod managed to stay the thing.
Just a little bit of extra information about what else is going on around the globe. Brittany is still in its eternal struggle with England. Albania has taken the Peloponnese Peninsula and is looking very strong, readying themselves for this war against the Ottomans, where I'm guessing they will connect these two in the peace deal, and Wallachia will gain a massive bit of territory. I'm interested to see if we see Wallachia go into Romania. Become Romania, because that is a really lovely tag, both in color and in ideas, and I'd really like to see that. It's a really good natural progression for Wallachia. As everything else stands, everything else is a little bit quiet. A lot of preparations are probably taking place for these grand coalition wars, and the payment of Venice. Venice actually got petitioned by the event. This is something we should also note. So the bribery event, actually there was no war needed, it just petitioned Venice. So Verona now exists, Padua now exists, Istria now exists, Friuli now exists. Venice is no longer the mercantile powerhouse that it was, and its land has been divided by OPMs. The goal of the mercantiles, of course, is to create a world of OPMs, so that works perfectly for them. So that's a checkbox in their favor. The monarchists have fired the Grand Coalition here against the Ottomans. So Wallachia leads